Hello there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures, and Happy New Year to you. And welcome back. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas with your families, or if you've not been with your families, you've been able to have a wonderful Christmas wherever you've been. I can't say I can tell you anything about my Christmas yet because it's still December. I'm filming this well in advance, which you probably realise, just to make sure I get it done before the new year, because obviously I don't know whether I'll be able to do a lot of crafting once January gets underway, because I don't know when my surgery is going to be. So I wanted to do this without feeling rushed, and take my time to make it look nice for my friend. So I haven't actually looked at this. I'm quite excited to get back into it again, really. So I thought that I'd start by finishing off the cover, because although it looks, very nice as it is, I did want to do a little bit of embellishing. So I thought I'd start with that. I have actually spent the last, goodness knows, half hour, more than half an hour, faffing around with bits of lace, which you really didn't need to see. So I can show you now the various options I've been thinking about, and I think I've decided what I want to do, so I can then carry on and do that. You didn't need to see all the umming and ahhing and fiddling about that went on for the goodness knows how long, half an hour, 40 minutes. And for half of that time at least, I was doing it upside down. I had my book upside down, and I suddenly realised, and it did make a difference. I'd made the decision because it looked right that way, and then when I turned it over, it didn't look right anymore the way I had it. So good thing I spent a bit of time doing that. So the options I have, this is the thing that I want to put on the front, and it's all got to go with this, really. I actually hand stitched this quite a while ago. It took me 2 or 3 sessions because, it takes me a little while to do it, and it's only a back stitch, so it's a very simple stitch. But my friend's name is Wendy, and I wanted to put that on the front. I can show you where it came from. Okay, so it took me a few minutes to find it. This is what I use. It's quite an old book. I've had it for years. It's not something I've bought recently. It's something I've had for years. Bumper book of transfers for embroidery. Hardly ever used it. And I came across it and I thought, oh, it's got some lovely designs and things in it. It's got all the... it's probably got a few Christmassy things in. I've hardly ever used it, as you can see. I've cut the odd thing out, but it did have 2 or 3 different fonts. So it's got this one, which was really pretty, but it's a bit floral, which I could have used. And this is, I think, is the font that I did use. Yeah, this is the actual transfer, so I think I can still probably get some more out of it if I wanted to. So yeah, so I did that. I lined that onto a piece of old linen that I had. Oldish, I don't know how old it was. I think one I bought at a vintage fair. Just put that away again. Yeah, so I transferred it on and I've just hand stitched it. So I want to put that on the front. So that was my sort of starting point. And then what I want to do is put some lacy bits down the side to cover up the spine, strengthen it and make it look nice. So because it's quite a white piece, I did think I might back it with this little piece of lace, and then I had this piece of antique lace, or vintage lace probably, not antique, which went quite well, and it's really pretty. And that actually looked very nice when I had my book upside down, because a lot of the fabrics on that side had more of a white look to them, but when I turned it over, this actually has got a more kind of creamy, slightly off-white look to it, and I wasn't sure that went quite as well, so I had a couple of other options. So I got this piece of lace. This was my first thought, that before I even start, that I had put by, that I thought I'd use. So that piece of lace, which is new, it's not a piece of vintage lace or anything, and this quite old doily that I bought it in an antique shop earlier in the year. It's a bit curled up, but it wouldn't matter because it could stick down. And just wrap that round it like that, if I can manage to show you. So I had thought about doing that, and then I wanted to back it with some lace to to bring that colour together. So I've got this piece of kind of slightly creamy looking lace, and that was okay. I still wasn't quite sure about it. And then I had another rummage and I found this piece of lace. Again, I don't think this is old. I think it came off a piece of clothing that I bought in a charity shop, but I think it was a top or something, but I rather like that. I just thought, so if I could wrap that around like that. I actually quite like that there. I don't know what it was. It just, when I put it there, I just thought I quite like that. I know the antique lace is really lovely, but it's a little bit too white, even though it went with this. And I thought, well, it doesn't matter if this stands out. I like it all to look a little bit broader. Anyway, it's you know, it's personal choice. It's the one when I put it in place, I thought, yeah, I quite like that. So I've now got to make this all fit. This is the one I'm going to go with. So I think the first thing I need to do is cut this piece of lace down to fit, so just to give a little background to the applique. Also, it brings together that slightly off-white creamy colour. I mean, it was a bit of a sort of toss-up whether I use a white lace to back it or a cream lace, because then that would bring in the lace from the side. And I still don't know which is the right decision, but in the end you can only decide based on how you want it to look, can't you? So I think, and it's very delicate, I just wanted to give it a little something behind it. And then this piece here, I think I'm going to, so I'm only going to wrap it around a little. I might cut it about there and see. It's obviously quite a big piece, but it'll go well around the back, and I might trim it down further. I just thought I'd see how it looks with all those leaves sort of in situ. Okay, and I'm going to have to trim it off the other way too. I want it to have, trim it about here. And the other side, out here. There we go. Right, let's have a look. It's probably too big. I want to see how it looks when it's wrapped around. So that will be like that. And I do like that. I really do. Let's see how it looks on the back. Whoops. Oh, I wonder where that went. No, that's a bit too much, isn't it? Okay, so I'll trim it down. So I've got, yeah, it's way too much. I may have to, because it's not very, it's a bit uneven. So what I might do is put a very thin piece of lace along here just to finish it off, because it does look a little bit uneven and not terribly well cut, and that doesn't look very professional, does it? So I'll probably just get a little thin piece of my lace, and I'll find that in a moment when I've stuck it down, and just to edge it. So there we are. I think I'll put this on first. I love that. I think it's really pretty. I just love this scalloped edge. Looks so nice. Okay, so I think we now have to get the old Fabri-Tac in action. out to try and stick it in the right place. Do a little bit of a curve. I think I'll do it a bit at a time. Are you coming out, Fabritech? Here he comes. Coming out to play. Seems to... I think it might be a bit clogged up. Oh, here it comes. Let's have another look. Yep, right there. I'm just going to do one little section at a time. There we are. This little bit here. A bit more. Yeah, so the plan is, for our Christmas this year, is that for the first time in years probably, both our daughters are going to be with us for Christmas, which is absolutely wonderful. Bit of a bonus in a way, because normally they take turns. One will come to us and the other one will go to their partner's family. And normally what we would do is probably swap over on the 26th on Boxing Day. And then they, one comes to us and the other one who has been here goes to their in-laws. Well, not in-laws because they're not married, but to their partner's family. But because this year we can only, we have to choose which family we spend the Christmas with. We can't we can't travel between families this year. My youngest daughter has decided that she wants to spend it with us instead of with her partner's family. Which is lovely for us. I think part of it is because we've got our little granddaughter here, and I mean they are great friends. They really adore each other, and it's going to be very exciting to have her here because she's 2.5, and this is really the first year she'll have really understood what's going on. She's already very excited, and I think her mum. Her mum is, I think, nearly as excited as she is because she's really getting into the spirit this year. This little Alyssa, she really understands it. Not understands, but she's clearly getting very excited about Christmas. So, and that's lovely for her mum because, she's able to experience it with her for the first time. Although they've had a couple of Christmases, she was just too young the last couple of years to really understand what was going on. So I think for all of us it's going to be very special this year with her, and we're all looking forward to it very much. Hopefully nothing dramatic will happen that will change our plans between now and then. But at the moment that is the plan, is that we are all going to be together. There will be 6 of us. Because my brother-in-law lives on his own, so he's already in our household bubble, so he counts as part of our household. And then there's my eldest and her family, little family, or a household, and my youngest will be a household all by herself. So yes, we're all looking forward to it very much and getting quite excited about it. And of course, by the time you see this, it'll all be over. But such is the way of having to film a little in advance at the moment. I'm not usually quite this far in advance. I'm usually about 2 weeks ahead, just to keep the pressure off really, because I know that there are times when I can't craft at all, and sometimes it can be a week. And by filming ahead, I give myself that little bit of breathing space should I need to take a break, without feeling I'm, you know, going to have to take a break completely from YouTube. I can keep the videos coming. Okay, so that's on like that. All right, so I think what I need to do is fabric a little bit here. Oh, that's a bit gloopy. So right, so I'm going to do it along there. Just try and do it quite lightly, just so it catches it, because it's a very fine piece of lace. It just needs to hold it down, and then I'll do a bit more on the back of the little appliqué letter. Okay. Put some on the back of here. You can see I actually stitched around it as well on the sewing machine, so that if it does fray, because I have tried to encourage a little bit of fraying around the edges, but I didn't want it to fray to nothing. So if I thought if I do a little stitched border, that'll just hold it, so you can still get the decorative edge of the fraying without it actually starting to get too ragged and not starting to look like it's kind of coming apart too much. Okay. There we are. Yeah. So we've just got a little frayed edge here, but it won't fray too much. And there we are, that's my cover finished. I'm quite happy with that. Just makes it look a little bit more special and a bit more personal. So there we are. Okay, so let's have a little look through the book. As far as I can remember, I haven't actually put anything in yet. I've got all my little bits of ephemera that we made all sitting there ready to go. So right, in here, that's my little belly band, that's my envelope. I've got to do a little letter to go in here. That's the envelope that came in one of the kits. So I've got to do my letter to my friend, which is going to go in the envelope. And here's my bookmark. Love that. So I think I might just put that on. Get it started. So that goes like that. And the bookmark will go in like that. And the letter will pop in as well. So there we go. I'm going to stick it in. Make a start. Oh, oh dear. Looks like my my pin's got a bit stuck to the topper. Oh dear. Right, put that back on there. This is very gunky at the top. There we are. I think I've got rid of it. Okay, let's just make sure it's all cleared. Okay. Snap. And right on the edge of there. Now which way round I want it? That way, I think. There we are. Stick those down. Stick it straight. There we are. Let that dry before I try putting this in. Okay, so while that's drying, let's just have a little flick through, see what, remind myself what's in here and what I've got to, where I need some decoration. All right. It's really pretty. So there. So there's a bit of writing space there. There's my little envelope flip out. Just going to need some things put in there. And right, bit of lace. There's the middle. The other thing I discovered when I was, before I turned the camera on, was that this had got a little bit loose. The stitching had come a little bit loose, so I've had to undo it and retighten it. I think it's okay now. And I don't know if I showed you these, I'd put a couple of little charms on this. So that's like a little tape measure. Isn't that cute? And a little pair of scissors. And these, where they were tied on, they were also starting to, because this is quite silky thread, it seemed to be they were coming undone a little bit. So what I've done is I've put a little bit of Fabri-Tac on the knot. So I'm hoping that'll hold them so they shouldn't come undone. Fingers crossed. So that's that. And then we go through here. And this is the other side of the envelope flip out. So I've got something to pop into there. So lots of things, lots of room to put things. Haven't got much in here yet. So, oh, I can't quite like this. It's been a while since I've seen it. So there we go. Right, so I'm going to want to put a pocket at the back here. Not quite sure what sort of pocket at the moment, but I'll come back to that. So this is in place. I'm going to leave that as it is, because it does mean it's a little bit lumpy bumpy to write on, I guess, now. But we might have to think about that. So maybe it'll be a case of putting things in here that can be taken out and written on. Even if that's what she decides to do with it, she may not want to do any writing. Let's get these bits of lace out of the way. Pop my pin back in before that gets all droopy again. Yeah. Alright, let's go through my box and pick out anything that's sort of like a pocket. Like this. Got the two corner pockets. Those two. What else have we got? That's a pocket. Oh no, that's not a pocket. So lots of tags and things. Journaling cards. I'm sure I made pockets. I think is that a pocket? I think that might be a pocket. Trying to remember what I made. That's a pocket. Lots of journaling cards. What's this? Oh yes, that's pockets, layered pockets. That's pocket. And that one. And there's journaling cards. That could be a belly band. Not sure what I'm going to do. I'll take that out. That's a pocket. And this one. Lots of journaling cards, tags, another pocket. It's a journaling card, I think. Multiple pockets here. All got a bit bent in the box. I think this is that's a pocket. Belly band or side tuck. Right, I think that's it really. I've got this one that I made that that could be made into a belly band or a tuck, possibly. But then it's got fabric on both sides, so it'd be a bit of a shame to use it and lose all the prettiness on the other side, wouldn't it? I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to worry about that for now. Right, see what we've got here. So I've only got one belly band. I might have to make... That looks more like a side tuck, doesn't it, with the lace down there. So I might need to make... Does that fit? Yeah, that's the right size. I might need to make a belly band at some point. Unless I use... Where's the little... I've got this little one. Which, is that wide enough? It's wide enough to make a horizontal belly band, so maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, let's have a look at some of these and get some of them into the book. Okay. So I can pop that there. I think what I'm going to do initially, because I might move things around, is clip them in with a paper clip. Right. Right. Paper clip that there. In case I decide that something else will go better. So I've got that, and I've got quite a lot of these. I've got a bit bent. Because that would be quite nice, because I've got the little girl there. Might just... Not those. These might be an option as well. But at the moment I'll just leave that there. That's quite pretty. Yep. I'm literally just going to put things in and then maybe play around with them and move them around after. So for balance, if I've got that one there, then I want this one in the back half of the book. So I've got that one, so what can I put in the back? Put this one in the back of the book. Trying to keep it balanced. And the other thing I want to do is do a bit of stamping in some of the plain pages. So maybe that's something I can do. Let's have a think. Nope. wonder what that was doing there. It's just stuck on there. Just a little one stuck. Got this big one here. Maybe that looks better there. I think I like it there. Where's me? That's it. Oop. Just pop that there. And to counterbalance that, put this one in at the back. Now we need one of these little pockets, don't we? Put that there. Need to find somewhere for the side tuck. This could all be changed, and it very probably will be. Just trying things out, seeing if I've got enough for a start. That's going to have to go that way somewhere. Oh, I like that one, so maybe that can go on the other side. But too much. Goes quite nice on there, doesn't it? Just see if there's anywhere else that it would go. Oh, it would go on there quite nicely as well. That's pretty. So for now I'm just going to put that there because I quite like the colours together. Which means I need to put this belly band in the front half of the book. Maybe there. And then I'll put this on the other side here. This paper's a little narrower, isn't it? So it would go quite well there, but it's a little wide. Maybe there. No. Oops. Maybe there. That might work. Put down a tag down there. Okay. Right. Something on every page. Need something on here. Maybe on this side. No. Yep, that might work in there. Oh, for goodness sake. They're all tied. No, There we are. Sorry, excuse me. A little tickle one you probably could do with a drink. There we are. Pop that there. Sure about this one here. So I have got this, and it does tie in rather well with that, so maybe that would look better. Maybe that would go better here. Because then it pulls in these two go together quite nicely. Okay. That's a possibility. I might put that there. Alright. Pocket there. So a lot of things on that side at the moment, haven't we? Perhaps I need to move things onto the... Would that go there? Maybe that'll be better. All I need is some little tucks and things like that, some little cute things. Might still have a few things to make. Okay, so we've got that, we've got that. Alright, that's sticking up there, isn't it? Bit of glue paper sticking up, I just need to catch that down. Alright, put that back in there. Something along here. That might work. Okay. There we are. I've got a little tuck there, got a pocket here. So that's all good. I might put a little something here. Maybe that postcard pocket. Go there. And then we've got that. Ooh. I'm going to run out of pockets, aren't I, at this rate? Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was thinking of using some of this as a pocket. I'm just wondering. Just thinking, this blue and pink, wouldn't that look lovely on there? Perhaps on here. I don't know how, I've not done this before, so I'm not quite sure how best to approach this. Whether to do a little... No, that would need to be in the corner, wouldn't it? A little lacy bit in the corner. Except will it fit? How the lace sticking off? it around like that. It's almost too far away from the edge, isn't it, there? Just like the idea of having a fabric pocket. I may have to sacrifice the edge. Maybe I can use that and stick it on the edge of the pocket afterwards. Right. Let's cut it down the middle. Let's just go for it. Move this to one side for a minute. Right. I don't want to cut through that trim, in this case I need it to be longer. So I think what I'll do is I'll cut down there. And then cut along the trim. So I've got enough to edge the whole pocket if I need to. This is one of the linens I bought at the antique shop. So I'm assuming it's vintage, I don't imagine it's antique. Oop. Okay, so let's give it, it's such a pretty embroidery. It's something I really fancied using on here. Just not sure how best to do it. Luckily, if it all goes horribly wrong, I do have another one the same on the other corner. But I hope that's not going to be the case. Oh, this is quite thick. Okay. Right, so I've got that to use along the edge of the pocket if I need to, or if it looks like it might work like that. Now, so the idea would be cut it let it go around there. Just cut it on a diagonal across there. I might use my rotary cutter to do it with a bit of a zigzag edge. That'll stop it fraying too much. I think I might do it from. I'll give it a go. Let's give it a try, shall we? My rotary trimmer here. It may need to be sewn around the edge. I'm wondering, it probably would be best if I could sew round it. Thinking about it. Let's have another look. So that's too high, I think. So I'm definitely going to have to cut it down so that to get the actual embroidery in the middle of the pocket. So I need to cut it about here. I could possibly reattach this bit of trim afterwards, I don't know. And then possibly cut that along there. And then across here, maybe. Just take it to about there. Just trim this off a little bit. And then what would we do? Maybe it would, I was to cut it across there. Is that going to be? Or just like that. Maybe I'm being a bit ambitious trying to do a corner pocket. Maybe I'll be better off doing a normal size, normal shaped pocket. Sorry, can you see there? Sorry. Maybe I should just do a normal side type of pocket. Like that. If I was to sew it so that it's tucked in, fold this in, and then it would be reinforce the top of the pocket, and it would still look really pretty and go very nicely on that page, wouldn't it? I think that's what I might do. I'm only going to turn the top over though. I think perhaps I'll just sew around it. Perhaps I'll zigzag across the bottom and then just sew up and around. Yeah. Perhaps I'll give that a go, just to zigzag it across the bottom. To see. Oh, I hadn't retracted, or had I? Right, let's just. Have I done it actually on the fabric? I don't think I did. I think I did it on the. Okay, have I done that? No. What did I do? I don't think I did it very well. Let's try again. Just needed to press harder, I think. There we are. Still haven't quite caught it there. There we are. Just gives it a little zigzag edge. It might save having to sew it. I might sew it anyway to see how I go. But I will need to, I'll probably do the sewing off camera because I've got to change my thread. Still got red thread from Christmas in the machine. So I'm thinking, I'm wondering what colour thread would be nice on here. Or just go for brown, or maybe I've got some grey. I might use grey. That might be quite nice. So yeah, so that's that pocket, I think. I'm going to go in there. It's pretty, isn't it? Like that. Probably don't need quite as much fabric as that, but I'll sort that out when I sew it. Let's tuck that out there so I know I've got to do something on that one. And then am I in the middle? Not quite. So there's the middle. So I might need to do something on these. I think I've got a few more things I want to make. Oh, I have got some snippets. How about that on there or on there? And I definitely want to put in lots of fabric and lace as decoration as well. I like that. I've got this lace knocking around. Okay, well we'll come back and think about where these are going to go. I just want to get the pockets in that I've got so far. This. I think that would go nicely there. Okay, up there. That one. Oh, this one. Got a sewing machine there. I think I'll put that one there. Oh, we're coming up to the end of my hour already. Hardly done anything really. I don't want to commit anything until I'm happy that it's all where it should be. Also, I might do a bit of general decorating where there's some blank spaces. I want to put some, no, I want to put some, what am I trying to say? Do a bit of stamping is what I was going to say. What I'm trying to think of. I want to do a little bit of stamping, maybe a bit of, no, I don't know if I'll do any stenciling, but I've got some nice sewing related stamps that I'd like to use just to do some, cheer up the corners and make it look pretty in the areas that are a bit plain. Okay, goes there. Go in there. Could do. Determined to get all of these in somewhere, and then we'll see. Yep. A needle worker's paradise. go in there. No. Oh, that go there. Maybe. That might go there. That there. I've got 2 more pockets to find homes for. So one could go there. A bit small for the size. Might have to do something special for that. Right, so one of them is going to go here, I think. And I've still got to find a home for the other one. Okay, I think for now we'll call that a video. I think it's getting chubby already. Oops, my little pocket's getting all screwed up, so I've just got to make sure that doesn't get screwed up. There we go. Right, so that's the first video done for this new year. We've made a good start, got the cover finished, got some pockets sitting in. I should probably just sit and go through and just maybe move things around and decide where I want them and think about whether there's some more things I want to make just to cheer it up a bit. And then in the next video I think we'll be doing a bit of stamping and a little bit of decorating before I actually put the pockets in case I need to take them out to be able to do it. So thank you for joining me once again, and please do join me again soon. Bye for now.